Hello, my name is Daniel Geraci, Executive Director for the Austin Disaster Relief Network. I wanted to just spend a couple minutes with you today to share with you my experience out in the disaster field. Yesterday, I met with a Pastor Randy Taylor of First Baptist Church in Granite Shoals, and I was gripped by his testimony and also by just walking around and seeing the destruction firsthand. I want to let you know that from Pastor Randy to you, he's asking that the churches and volunteers begin to arise, begin to come and participate in the cleanup efforts from Marble Falls to Granite Shoals to Kingsland and all around. I'm aware of right now over 400 homes that have been impacted in Kingsland area with up to 8 feet of water in many of these homes. It's a predominantly lower income area, an area where there are a lot of people that are not able to help themselves. Even into the Granite Shoals and into the Marble Falls area, we saw great destruction with people all over the place working on their home. But what I saw was a lot of people working by themselves, a lot of elderly working by themselves, and the Lord really touched my heart today, and this is where I want to share with you what He put on my heart for this area, and it really ties to what Pastor Randy shared with me. Pastor Randy shared this. He said, Daniel, we are not only helping out just the most needy people out here, but we have come across men trying to clean up the homes of themselves. They might actually be kind of larger homes, but we found that the Lord moved on our heart to just go in and begin to help them out. And many of them at first were a little bit hesitant to allow us to come on their property, but a little after allowing us to come on the property, they saw that a lot of these people were so touched spiritually, emotionally, that people would come to help them. In one case, a woman came up to them and she was weeping in tears, saying that my husband could not have finished the job if it wasn't for you. Can we pay you? Can we do something for you? And they said, no, ma'am, all we're here to do is to bring the love of Jesus Christ to you. And it was a really touching story, because it's not just about helping the poor, it's about helping whether rich or poor. And that made me think about the story of the Good Samaritan, when Jesus talks about loving our neighbor. It clearly shows that here's a man that is left for dead, right? He had something, he had money to be taken. We don't know if this man was really a rich man, and maybe why he was even left for dead, but yet two people walked by him and judged him. And because they judged him, they couldn't love him. And because they didn't love him, they didn't help him. And this man was left there. And I believe that God is calling His church today, all of us listening to this video now, especially you that are listening to this video, He's calling all of us to rise up right now to be able to help these neighbors without any pre-notion or any understand of maybe their value and maybe who they are in terms of wealth or in terms of their background, race, whether Democrat, Republican. I mean, it just really doesn't matter, right? These people right now need help, and they need a church to walk in love, to be able to just come out into these impacted areas and just pick up a shovel, pick up a flat broom, begin to sweep things clean in these people's homes, help them lift and carry some of the big items out of their homes, and most importantly, share the love of Jesus Christ to them. So I want to encourage you to join and help us with this movement of trying to get hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteers to help meet the needs of these survivors in the Hill Country area. Also, the City of Austin continues to work with us closely on meeting their needs. Currently, right now, we're going to be deploying for 7 days, distributing water from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in 5 different locations. That information will be made known to those that sign up. Currently, those locations are being held closely, but those locations will be made known to those who sign up. We're asking you to help us join the churches of Greater Austin to meet not only the needs of the Hill Country, but the needs of our own community. Who would have ever thought that our own city would have run out of water, at least clean, healthy drinking water? And we have a chance to be able to hand out pure drinking water And maybe there's a little sign behind that. Perhaps maybe this is an hour that God is calling His church to allow the living water of God to be able to extend out to those in need and even our own community. So join us in both of these great responses. Both are historic, and we're looking forward to seeing you out in the field. God bless you.